Okay, let's talk some character movement. I'm gonna bring in a little jelly bean here to help us showcase our movement in the game. So for your basic walking, I wanted to emulate Super Mario. If you ever played Super Mario, the movement kind of pattern goes like this. It doesn't start you off at a specific speed. It accelerates until it hits a max. This is speed right here. This time. In Super Mario, it accelerates to a max speed and then just clamps it there until you let go. And then it doesn't stop immediately, it decelerates. So if I look into the code, that's kind of the behavior I try to emulate. That's friction. So if the ground speed is less than the walking speed, the max walking speed, then it will accelerate until it hits that. And then when you let go of your stick, the friction goes into place, where as long as there's some ground speed, then it will do opposite force so that it'll slow you down. So if you see that here, you can see it doesn't look choppy. It looks very smooth. There's a smooth rise into a limit, and then when you let go, friction stops it. There's a skid. There's a tiny bit of skid. So I wanted to do that because it gives more fluidity to the movement. That's walking. There's also dashing and running. So if I show you dash, oh, get you closer. Show you dash, boom, boom, kind of doubles the speed, right? Well, running kind of works the same way as walking. It will clamp to a max speed, and then when you come to a stop, it'll skid. It won't just stop immediately. It'll skid with the friction. But dashing is a little bit emulated from Street Fighter and Super Smash Brothers. If you ever played that, if you dash, it will, for a certain period of time, it will just go that distance. So I'm only tapping. You'll see that it will go a certain distance before it stops, rather than when I walk. Oops. When I walk, it will. If I didn't accelerate enough, it will. It's as if it didn't move a lot. Yeah. So walking, running, jumping. I implemented. Let me look into the code. Try to make that more like Super Smash as well. There is one for, you can see here, there's a short jump force and a first jump force. So what that basically is I have a little bit of input delay. So even if you press jump, there's like a small period of time where it will decide whether or not it goes with the short or the first. So if you tap, I gave enough timing for that. If you just tap your jump, you'll jump like this, small bit. If you hold it down long enough, it'll go the full distance. Also, there's double jump. And while we're in the air, you can see that this guy falls down pretty slowly. His name is actually Floaty right now. He's a Floaty character. But if you want to go down faster, you can press down while you're in a falling motion to accelerate your fall, to kind of reposition yourself. Yeah, it's pretty cool, pretty dynamic movement. Also, this jelly bean is a little bit too boring. Let me do something real quick. Here, go here. Let me add a cube. Position it on the 0.5. It's the X or the Y? Maybe 0.25. Give him that. 0.5. And then, oops, too much. There we go. Let's give him a visor. There we go. Right? So we can see where he's facing. And let's turn out the collider there. You can see that if I'm moving right, he's facing that. Moving left, he's facing left. It's a little cool thing, as long as you're on the ground though. If you're moving in the air, you'll still face the direction you were facing. But if you're on the ground, you'll start turning around. But that's pretty much the basic movements I have so far. Let me actually showcase something cool. So I'm trying to make different characters, and they all play a little bit differently depending on your playstyle. So we'll start with the blue guy since we have him here. Every character has double jump, and every character has a basic walking, moving, running fastfall. But for this guy, he's floaty, so he's very aerial combat and aerial movement, aerial moves like that. He has more than one mid-air jump because he can maneuver a lot, which means if he stays in the air, he should be able to stay and jump, move around as fast, and be able to float around and change directions. Very versatile in the air. But I made sure that because he's staying in the air a lot, if you jump while turning around, then he will turn around, face that direction. That's a trait that's exclusive to this guy. So Mr. Floaty, more than one jump, keeps it to the air. Get this guy. Let me copy this. Gotta make the other guys. So let's brought this guy in. Damn it, I have to make it again. 0.5, 0.5, nope, cube, 0.5, 0.5, 0.25, 0.5, and then we'll do it on the other guy as well, just for now. Boom, 0.5, 0.5, 5.25, turn off the collider. Do it on Speedy as well. Turn off the collider. Oops. Turn off collider. Okay. So going back to the scene. Get this guy out of here. Bring in Mr. Speedy. So Mr. Speedy, as his name suggests, is more about speed. So he moves really fast in the air. I mean, not the air, the ground. So this is his walking speed. This is his running speed. His movement in the air is not as controllable as you can see compared to the blue guy. He carries the momentum of his ground movement, but if you I'm trying to change direction, he kind of just gets stuck. Even if I'm moving this direction, he'll just carry that momentum. It's very hard for him to switch once he's in the air. But he can fly around like this, double jump. You can see it compared to the blue guy. If I block the direction or change the direction, he does not turn around. He doesn't have that versatility. But he does have one thing, which is wall jump. Yeah. Boom. Oops. So that's an easy code. Let me look for it. That's double jump, wall jump. If the character can wall jump, which is the trait, and he's not on the ground, then these are just cooldowns so that you can't jump on the wall a billion times. If it is on the left wall or the right wall and there's no cooldown, then the jump input will add a force or jump in the opposite direction. Pretty cool. Boom, boom, boom. So that's got wall jump. Probably the most will be the most skill-based character. Usually speed characters are, or who knows? I don't know what the meta will be, but it's just my guess. And last but not least, get this guy out. Bring in Big Boy. Very slow guy. Ooh, this is his run speed. It's pretty much someone else's walking speed. This is his jump. He could barely thing. But for him, movement is not his important stat. It's his attacks, which I haven't really coded extensively yet. But you can see this is attacking, which I can cover in another video. But he will be one to very specialize in attacks and moves. So very calculative character. Big moves, big power for the patient players. Right. But that's pretty much it. I have 3 characters so far, and they all move differently, and I hope that provides enough variety for the game to be interesting to master, interesting to learn, maybe have a meta build up. Who knows?